Good morning. Welcome to the first Sunday of spring. Hey, we got a little liquid sunshine going on out there, but that's all right because spring is a time for regeneration, renewal, and hope. Greetings to everybody here in person as well as to everybody out there online to Spokane Unity Spiritual Center. Our mission states we are a vibrant community growing through spiritual practices and love. I'm Alan Bassan. I'll be your platform assistant this morning. If you please take a moment and silence your cell phones, it would be much appreciated. As we do each week, we want to begin our time together by sharing our opening affirmation. Really believe this and when you say it. Together we affirm there is only one presence, one power active in my life and in the universe, God the good. This is Unity's foundation principle. One presence, one power active in my life and in the universe, God the good. We are thankful to welcome back to the podium here our speaker and my fellow Rogers High School graduate alumni, Reverend Dennis Ashley, sharing about let's go ahead. Although you usually have to do something before you get applause. Our music today is, sorry, I didn't interrupt it. His title is The Game-Changing Power of Empathy. Our music today is provided by J.P. Shields of the Spokane Guitar Collective. Thank you. In a moment, our chaplain, KP, will share an opening prayer. But first, our song leader will lead us off with a community song.
I am that I am, has sent me to this now moment. Here I am that I am, has sent me to this now moment. Here I am.
Put aside your cares of today and enter the quiet center of your soul. Let's start with a deep, healing breath. Inhale deeply and let out the air slowly with a quiet, relaxing sigh. As you do, relax completely. Allow the chair to support your weight. Send your roots deep into Mother Earth. Straighten your spine and stretch it to the heavens. Let the energies of the earth and heaven meet in your heart. Let that energy fill you top to bottom, front to back, and side to side. God is understanding. God is comprehension. God is realization. God is insight. I am one with God's understanding. I strive to comprehend God's plan for me. I endeavor to turn to God for insight, and with that, realize my potential. And as I am one with God's understanding, so are each of you. For understanding is one of the 12 powers gifted to us by God. In this experience of God's understanding, we listen for that still small voice within. We trust our own intuition, knowing that it comes from God. We endeavor to comprehend the depths of God and to experience all knowledge through direct realization. As Scripture says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. With great gratitude, I realize the gifts of our speaker, our musicians, and all of the staff and volunteers who make this service possible. I bless them, and I bless this center, our community, and our country. I use the power of understanding to comprehend today's message and to gain its insights. I release this prayer to universal mind, knowing it is already done. I am grateful for the knowledge that we have the power to understand all things. As Catherine Ponder wrote, divine intelligence knows all I need to know, and divine intelligence shows me all I need to know. And so it is.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, I'm really glad that everybody's here. I love it when everybody's here, but I was just, JP, that was wonderful. I just did. So, there was this man, and he was walking along on the street, and he fell down a big hole. And it was so deep, and the walls were so steep that he couldn't get back up again. And so he starts screaming for help. And a doctor walks by, and he writes him out a prescription and throws it on down. Well, of course, that doesn't do much good. So he screams for help some more, and then a minister comes by. And he screams for help, and the minister writes out a prayer and throws it on down, and then walks off. And it's not doing him any good, and he's still screaming for help. And then one of his friends come by, and he goes, "Joe, can you help me?" And Joe says, "You bet." And Joe jumps down into the hole. And he says, "Are you crazy? Now we're both in the hole." And he goes, "Yeah, but I've been here before, and I know the way out." I love that little story, which came from West Wing. And I love that story because it's really about empathy and kindness and understanding and helping people out and compassion. I wanted to talk about empathy today, but the reality is, I hear all these fine tunings of the word empathy and sympathy and what's the difference. I don't think it matters. Here in the last couple of weeks, there's a nationally known politician who has come out and said, empathy is the end of civilization. Matter of fact, he even went a little bit further and said, empathy is a suicidal drive for civilization. And I thought, could that really be true? And I thought, no. So we take a look at what is empathy and kindness and understanding and compassion. What do those things mean? And here's what I think it means. I think there is a point when we're looking at other people and trying to help them out and thinking about it, that what we do is, first of all, we experience it sort of intellectually. This person's not doing too well. But that's not enough. Well, it progresses a little bit further, and then we kind of feel it too. So we have an intellectual experience. Oh, yeah, intellectually, yes, there's quite a few poor people out there. But then we understand it from an emotional point of view. And I think depending on the situation, we can feel it spiritually too. I think that the act of empathy could not be further away from the end of a civilization. Instead, it really binds people together. I mean, let's just take a look at the very word itself, civilization. I mean, more than anything else, it just means being civil, right? I mean, that's what, and to civilize, to have a civilization, what it means is you've got groups of people, maybe large groups of people. And somehow they got to get along. Somehow they have to treat each other nicely. And so civilization depends inevitably on our willingness to be kind, on our willingness to be understanding, on our willingness to be compassionate. And I think when we say compassionate, I think that means we have to act too. It's not enough just to understand. We've got to do something about it too. And so when we look at those things, we go, oh yeah. empathy, compassion, and acts of kindness. I mean, that's at the gut level basis of who and what we are. Without that, it's just every person for themselves, right? I think that, where's Pat Mertens? So, Pat was talking to me last Sunday, and she goes, I've got a play for you to put on. and so she gave me the title of the play, Come Away With Me. Come From Away. And I had not heard of that before, and so I went home and I looked it up, and I started reading about it. It is a fascinating story. You want to blink that ahead a couple of slides for me? Sorry. I told her I would do it myself, and I forget. So, there we go. So there's Gander, Newfoundland. Pretty far north, pretty far east, right there in the middle of our 51st state. I said that for the benefit of John, who's from Canada. Now, if you don't know the story, and I didn't, I just think it's really fascinating. The story takes place, this is for real, on 9/11. So 9/11, 2001, and of course the terrible problems, the catastrophes of 9/11. And so all U.S. airspace gets closed. So what happens is right up there, airplanes are directed to Gander, Newfoundland. 38 planes came there. Now, Gander is a town of 9,000 people. 38 planes went there, which came to be an additional 7,000 passengers and crew. And just as a little aside, 19 animals who were on board the plane. So there they are, 7,000 people in a town of 9,000. So what happens? Because they're going to be there for 5 days. By the way, they don't know how long they're going to be there because they don't exactly know what's going on, right? What happens? The citizens, the townspeople of Gander, just take them in. And it became a thing where what we do is we take care of these people, and they called them the plain people. And so they took in the plain people. And what they did was they housed them, and they fed them, and they just plain took care of them. Some of them had to be clothed. And what was, I think, sort of rare and not a big deal, but several of the 7,000 said they wanted to go to church. So people started taking them to church during that 5 days. And so some went to a Catholic church, and some went to a Protestant church. There was even a little Buddhist neighborhood in Gander, and so they took them there, depending on where people wanted to go. And with this great pride, they took care of one another. That's the game-changing power of empathy, I think. It changes in ways that we can't even predict. So, what happens? I mean, they're there for 5 days, and the people fly off again. Was that the end of it? No, not at all. The 7,000 people and the citizens of Gander, they have an anniversary once every 10 years. The 2 people from the plains fell in love and got married. Yeah, aw. And one of the things I found most interesting, the 7,000 passengers set up a scholarship fund for the students in Gander. I mean, that's the game-changing power of empathy and kindness and compassion. It binds people together. And I think that's what all of us need to be doing more and more and more of, is looking out there and saying, how can I understand people, and how can I be with people, and how can I let them know they're not alone? Because I think what's going on is that there's financial challenges, and there's health challenges, and there's marital problems, and sometimes there's nothing's wrong with this person, but something's wrong with their spouse. And sometimes there's a job situation. And I think we need to keep our hearts open and our eyes open and just listen. And what we need to do is to be there for people, to be there for one another, through kindness and through understanding. Because I just think it's too easy to just ignore it and say, it's too much. It's too much. I just can't be there anymore. You know, I can't open my heart, or I just get inundated with it. Yeah, that's a risk, because there's a lot of stuff going on in this old world. But I think it's an important thing to do, because it binds us so deeply together when we're there for one another in great times of trouble. Now, different faiths have always taken a look at this. They're interested in the Sikh faith. S-I-K-H, you know, the Sikh faith. And so that's India and some of Southeast Asia. They talk about the idea of Siwa. And Siwa means selfless service. I think I'm a little ringing over. I think I'll move over here. And what's the goal in the Sikh faith? It's to alleviate suffering. I mean that's their whole job. The Sufi faith. Now, the Sufi is the mystical branch of the Islam religion. And I know a lot of people here love Rumi. Rumi was a Sufi. And in the Sufi faith, it's all about empathy, and it says, helping others is the path to enlightenment. And you can never be truly enlightened unless you help other people. And they take it a step further and they say it's empathy and compassion and help. That's how we reach God. Buddhism. Buddhism says that empathy and compassion play central roles in becoming fully human. That if we don't help other people, we're not really fully human. I mean, that's a very powerful statement. And here's what I found really interesting, Hinduism. In Hinduism, it talks about the role of empathy and compassion, and what it says is we're supposed to use dharma, which is right conduct, and the goal is to reach a state of ahimsa, and ahimsa is a state of nonviolence. But the way they describe nonviolence is interesting. What it says is, don't harm others emotionally or physically by your actions, or, and here's the big deal, don't harm others by withholding your actions. You know, so you can say, well, I never hurt anybody. I just ignored them. And what Hinduism would say is, no, if you ignore them, that's just as harmful. So I love that one. And then there's Judaism. And Judaism says the key phrase is tikkun olam. And that says if you're a good Jew, you're supposed to practice tikkun olam, and that is repairing the world. I like that. It says empathy and civilization, empathy and compassion, what they do is they help the world and they build up civilization. They don't tear it down. So I'll go back for a moment just to kind of wrap this up. Again, the 7,000 people who landed in Gander, Newfoundland, they were, as I mentioned before, they were called the Plain people. And what that meant was the Plain people were the people you helped out, the people that you put up, and the people that you clothed, and the people that you fed. You just took care of them. Here's the notion I want to leave you with. We are surrounded by plain people. Nearly every person we meet is a plain person. Nearly every person we meet's got something going on. Financial, marital, health, job. We are all plain people. We're surrounded by plain people. And Rumi is the one who said, you know what? We're all just walking each other home. That's our job. Our job is to just walk each other home, just to walk the plain people home and take care of each other. And so it is. Alan reminded me, I didn't forget the meditation. So let's take a moment. I invite you to put down anything that you might be holding. If you like, let's close our eyes. And if you're new to meditation, it's nothing more than turning inward and connecting with that part of us that's pure and sacred, loving and kind. So let's just breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. And as we breathe in, we feel that tenderness, that warmth of empathy, and that loving kindness deep within us. When it comes to us, it's grace. And when we breathe it out to the world, when we breathe out this loving kindness to the world, we give grace. The Spirit of God, deep within us, it soothes our heart. It soothes our soul. But through that soothing, we touch other people's lives. Through that soothing, we give grace. We give compassion. We give love. So let's just take that into the silence for a moment, and let's just be with that sense of grace and compassion and love in the silence. Spirit of God, you touch my life. Spirit of God, you adorn my life. So teach us all to share empathy and compassion and kindness and loving. And so it is, God. So it is. Namaste.
Thank you, Dennis, and JP for that beautiful service. We've come to our time of sacred giving. I'm Courtney Litwin, and I think compassion is contagious. I think that whole movement of the pay it forward, it means when someone does something good for you, or even has sympathy for you, there is something that wells up in the heart that gives you the urge to pass it on. And I think that's one of the definitions of paying it forward. And with that in mind, we are here to experience some of the giving, which is on your screen. There are many ways to give to this spiritual center. And if you'll join me in our prayer for giving, our giving blessing. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I give thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. Join me as we bless these gifts. May they enrich this spiritual center and all other recipients as they go out into the world. We are grateful.
All right, well, thank you to Reverend Dennis. To J.P. Shields, thank you. Beautiful. To Scott. And to everybody else who made this a great service. You know, Dennis, there's one key word that I picked up from your talk today that I think that we could all benefit from. It's such a simple word, but it seems so difficult, and that is just listen to everybody, each other. If we just do that, we'd be well on our way to empathy, I believe. Now, please join me as we say our unity statement together. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, for we know that there is only one presence and one God. So whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey of transformation, you're welcome here. If you're here for the very first time, we have a welcome packet with a coupon for a free beverage at our barista stand and some other goodies. So please raise your hand if you're here for the first time and keep it up long enough that our ushers can see you. Here. I see you. John. I'll direct you. There you go. Thank you, guys. We encourage everyone to sign up for our e-news to learn more about our upcoming classes and events. You can sign up for our email newsletter by scanning the QR code you see on the screen or on our website at unityspokane.org. We would also like to connect with you on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just search for Unity Spiritual Center Spokane and you'll find us. Thanks to everybody for joining us today. Our chaplains today are Jim, who has been holding the service in prayer, and Al, who will be available with you immediately following the service right down front here to pray with you. So if you have anything that's heavy on your heart that you need to share or something you want to share that's great news, avail yourself of our chaplain. We would also like to encourage anyone who is in the need of prayer support to please fill out a prayer request form found in the seat pocket in front of you. And you can put it in our prayer boxes back in the back as you leave in the sanctuary. Your prayers are prayed over for 30 days here by our prayer ministry and the prayer ministry at Silent Unity as well. And now, with a look at upcoming events and opportunities, it's News You Can Use with Juliet.
Good morning. I really adore our spiritual community, and I'm excited to share with you the many ways we have opportunities to get to know each other better. So first, do you enjoy celebrating people's birthdays the first Sunday of every month? Do you enjoy eating cake? Yeah, I love both. So if you're interested in donating a cake or cupcakes for that, that would be great. We have April covered, but we have many months for the rest of the year that have openings. So if you feel called to do that, then talk to Deanna or sign up in the e-news, or go to the kitchen and talk to someone in the kitchen. All right. Also, today, you probably know that at 12 p.m., we are having the classical guitar concert with Spokane Guitar Collective. You've already seen the talent of JP. So JP will be one of the musicians along with 3 other classical guitarists. That will start at 12 p.m. today, and there's a suggested love offering of $25 per person. And I'm so excited to tell you, I've told you before, that we're bringing back the longtime tradition of gathering midweek at Unity. It'll be the first Wednesday of every month, and we're having our first monthly Wednesday night dinner on Wednesday, April 2nd, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And the Connections team will be hosting the first 2 of them. And then after that, if you're interested in signing up for hosting an event or a dinner, talk to Deanna, our wonderful Deanna. Also, our Unity Center is in its, I love this, is in its era of sort and release. And this entails going through everything, cleaning up and letting go of things that are no longer serving us in order to refresh our sacred space. If you feel interested in helping with that, it's very cleansing. So if you feel interested in helping with that, sign up in the e-news. Also, we are also looking forward to having our wonderful Unity Center be open more during the week. So starting April 1st, we will be having the center unlocked more during the week. What? Yes, if we have volunteers. So Volunteers are crucial for the surviving and thriving of this center. So in order to do that, yes, we need more volunteers. If you're available between 10 and 2 p.m. on Wednesdays or Thursdays, or you just want to fill in some time slots, then please sign up in the emails. Talk to Deanna. Any questions, talk to Deanna. Or talk to Linda. Or talk to Linda Tweedy. Yeah. All right. Also, our next parent chat is coming up for parents and caregivers to build and strengthen their community. It's going to be on Sunday, March 30th. That's in 1 week, from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m., and childcare is provided. For more information about any of these events and additional events and activities, just look in the e-news. And next Sunday, March 30th, our speaker will be our fantastic Reverend David McClure with music by Lauren Jameson. All right, this is our Unity community. Enjoy.
All right, do we have any children out there? Eventually. We are a little bit early, so we probably caught them off guard. Well, that's good enough for now. We'll wait for the olders later. We are blessed to have such an amazing youth minister here at Unity, and for all the teachers and adults that helped them. Thank you so much. Let's bless our young people and those in service to our ministry with our children's blessing. Together, be the love you are, sing the song you hear, share your joy of life with people far and near, and for ourselves. Be the love we are, sing the song we hear, share our joy of life with people far and near. All right, guys, go back to your parents. And now, please stand as you are able and join in for our closing prayer for protection, and followed by the peace song. And really think about what you're saying. Together we affirm, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and that's the truth. And there's our other young'uns. Bless y'all.